Boom, what is up, guys? It's your boy J-Dog back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what happened to Joshua Primo. So, basically, Josh Primo was the 11th pick by Alabama. But, before we... Sorry, I was wheezing there. But, before we get into the video, I want you guys to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more of my J-Dog content. Okay. And... almost, guys. I'm almost to 50. I'm still stuck at 44, though. So if you could please subscribe. I finally want to go live before 2K25 comes out. And 2K25 comes out September 6th. So I'm hoping to go live when the game comes out. Because I really want to do that. To welcome 2K. So, hopefully, they get updates right. So we're going to go over the updates that I didn't get right. So, if I said they need to update Jaden Ivey, they don't update them. So, we're going to go over the players that I wanted to get updated but didn't. So, stay tuned for that. And we're going to get mad at them. And Bronny's a 68 overall. That is disgusting. But for real, we're here to talk about Joshua Primo. Joshua Primo was an Alabama guy who I didn't see him play in the March Madness, but Primo was the 11th pick drafted by the Spurs. And I don't remember if he played all the games, but I'm pretty sure he did. Because he's not a superstar that, gets injured all the time, but yeah, Josh Primo had a nice rookie year. He had a good rookie year, averaging 5.6 points per game, 0.5 blocks per game, 1.6 assists per game, and his free throw percentage, 746 field goal or free throw percentage. But for the field goal percentage, it was .374. So I remember his rookie year was lit. Okay, his rookie year was lit. I feel like for some reason, I feel like he was a very good player in his rookie year. So, yeah, this was before Wemby came around. It would have been wild if we got to see him and Wemby, That would have been wild. But anyways, at the time, they had Derek White, too. So, obviously, they did not make the playoffs. But they did have Derek White for a bit, so Primo had a little bit of some defensive help. Even though the whole team needs help. Like Devin Vassell, you need Keldon Johnson. At the time, they didn't have Wemby, so they obviously struggled. Anyways, yeah, Joshua Primo had a good rookie year. And then I feel like, after Derek White left, everything kind of collapsed. And I think they made the play-in tournament in 2022. I quite don't remember, though. I feel like they did, but then they didn't. Maybe they did. Did they play the Pelicans? Yeah, no, I don't remember, obviously. But anyways, that was his rookie year, and yeah, the team didn't make the playoffs, nothing. He didn't win any awards. Obviously, he's not that good, but he was really good for his rookie year. Obviously, I believe he came off the bench, but to put up 5.6 points per game, I know that's not the best to average, but for a rookie, I mean, that's not bad. So maybe he can improve. So let's talk about the next season, see if he actually improved. Okay, so we're back, and Joshua Primo played his second year with the Spurs. Obviously, he only played a couple of games and then he stopped playing, and I'll get to that in a moment. But for his second year, he averaged 7.0 points per game. Now, I saw him knock down buckets. So he's a really decent player. Obviously, they got Dermy Sohan. I'm sorry. I believe I called him Dermy right there. Yeah, but Sohan sucks. Like, that was the worst ever pick for the San Antonio Spurs. So, like I said, he averaged 7.0 points per game with 1.6 assists per game. Oh, sorry, that was his rookie year. His 4.5 assists per game in his sophomore year. And he did a little bit better on the free throw percentage. I never looked at the 3-point percentage for his rookie year, but he kind of went down in his second year. So his first year, his 3-point percentage was .307, and he dropped down to 2.50 from the field. So a little bit of percentages kind of collapsed a little bit. So obviously he went from a good percentage 3-point shooter to going down a notch, which isn't a good sign for a 3-point percentage to collapse like that. Obviously, he's not Stephen Curry, so he ain't gonna always hit those threes, but he's slacking a bit. If you do that. But I believe he only played 5 games in the 2022-2023 season, as we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the point right now. So, the reason we stopped seeing him play is because perhaps he did something with a woman, or like a woman owner of, or not an owner, but I think she worked for the team. Like, I think she was like a cleaner or something. But he was accused of doing something with her or something. I don't know, but let's get to that right now. All right, guys. So Spurs waived Joshua Primo due to multiple alleged, I think that's how you say it, alleged incidents of exposing himself to women. And I believe he got waived on October 31st, 2022. Barely into.
Now, an agreement has been reached.
The right thing is say, no, this is not okay.
That was Dr. Hillary Cawthon 3 weeks ago, telling reporters she was failed by the San Antonio Spurs. She accused the team's former guard, Josh Primo, of exposing himself during one of their first sessions. Dr. Cawthon said she spoke up and was silenced as the incidents continued. The Spurs cut the first-round pick in October.
It took the Spurs 10 months to do the right thing.
On November 3rd, Dr. Cawthon brought a lawsuit against the team and Primo. On November 16th, a notice of non-suit was filed to permanently drop the case against the Spurs. Tonight, R.C. Buford claimed the organization is and has taken the situation seriously. The Spurs CEO said, quote, "As an organization, we are continuously evaluating and refining our processes so they ultimately reflect the values and culture of who we aspire to be every day. To that end, we have decided to collaborate with Dr. Cawthon and other experts in an effort to review and improve our workplace processes and procedures." Primo isn't out of the spotlight, though his lawyers are saying very little. While Primo is still listed as a defendant in Bexar County court records, attorney Tony Busby told us the entire case is over.
Because the season started so he barely even played. And here's what it says: the San Antonio Spurs' recent decision to waive guard Joshua Primo stems from multiple alleged incidents of him exposing himself to a woman. The Spurs announced on Friday their decision to release the number 12th overall pick. I thought he was the 11th. Maybe he was, but I'm not sure. But anyways, let's continue. From the 2021 NBA draft. And San Antonio head coach Greg Popovich declined to offer an explanation for the team's decision. The team's official statement also didn't offer any specific reasons. So maybe like I said, they didn't bring up they didn't also didn't offer, they don't have a specific reason for the release, but this is ridiculous. Now that's why
I think, under the circumstances, I think it's inappropriate for me to say anything beyond what we've already put out, for our statement. Our starter, so that makes him important. But the doctors are checking with him now. He's got flu-type symptoms. He doesn't have COVID. He tested negative for that, but they're checking for flu, and we'll see. I don't think he's going to play, though.
Has sued the team and former player Josh Primo, claiming he exposed himself to her multiple times during private sessions. Hillary Cawthon worked as a performance psychologist for the team, and a lawsuit filed Thursday alleges that 19-year-old Primo exposed his genitals to her on 9 different occasions, despite, quote, her numerous complaints about Primo's improper sexual conduct to the organization's leadership. Cawthon spoke publicly about the allegations against Primo for the first time Thursday in an emotional press conference where she openly wept throughout. She said, quote, I am many things, but I'm not alone in this fight to do the right thing. Primo has denied any wrongdoing, and Spurs CEO R.C. Buford just released this statement, quote, we disagree with the accuracy of the facts, details, and timeline presented today. While we'd like to share more information, we will allow the legal process to play out.
Anyways, that's how he stopped playing, and it was because of that incident. Going at a woman. Now, I don't technically know what he did with her. But I'm not sure what the whole incident was about. Now, that is ridiculous to do that in part of your Spurs organization. Yeah, why would you want to be around? Why would the Spurs want to have you after what you did? If somebody does something inappropriate, you don't want to be around that. So, that's a reason to get rid of him. And basically, that was the incident and why he didn't play. So basically, Greg Popovich declined an offer in an explanation for the team's decision. So I think he disagreed what the Spurs thought, but I'm not sure. So let's get in for more information and see what Primo said. After the Spurs released Primo, the 19-year-old issued the following statement through ESPN. Now, this is crazy. He was only 19, and he already had to leave the Spurs. So he only basically played 1 year, and he had a fine first year there. Then how come he couldn't have a fine second year? But anyways, I'm not sure if this is what Primo said or if this is what the ESPN's saying. I know that you're all surprised by today's announcement. I've been seeking help to deal with previous trauma I suffered and will now take this time to focus on my mental health. Treatment fully. Primo said, I hope to be able to discuss these issues in the future so I can help others who have suffered in a similar way. I appreciate privacy at this time. So basically that's what Primo had to say. He's basically explaining, if you're dealing with something, just talk to him or explain to him, and he's here by your side if you make mistakes too. But if you wished you didn't do it, then come on, why did you do it if he said all that? So I get that he needs to get mental health and he needs to get better at his attitude and everything, so that makes a lot of sense, and that's a good decision to make. And before he was released, here's what this says. Prior to releasing Primo, the Spurs picked up his third-year option just 2 weeks ago. meaning his contract had been guaranteed for $40.1 million this season and $4.3 million next season. So he was supposed to get that this season, which ended. And 2 weeks prior, they gave him a 3rd-year option to get a longer stay with the Spurs and get a better contract. But man, you wasted all your money that they paid you to do something you should have not done. So that's a huge mistake to put on the Spurs. And it's just really inappropriate, okay? Like, why would you do your team like that, okay? Obviously, the team did not make the playoffs last year. But after losing Murray, you need to step in there, but you're not stepping into the game by doing that. And Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell can't just do all the work. Primo needs to be there too, but he chose to do a bad decision, and he deserves to be waived. Like I said, you don't want to be around nasty people like that. And I'm glad he's getting the help he needs, because what he did was wrong. But now let's go back to the current season. After all that, the NBA allowed him to come back, but he did not come back to the Spurs, unfortunately. So I'm pretty sure you Spurs fans were sad that they didn't get him back, but obviously you could be mad at him at the same time. I do not know you Spurs fans, and I don't know your opinions on this, but this is ridiculous. Now let's get back to his last season, which is his current season, because he's still got a long career ahead of him. So let's go. Okay, so Primo averaged he averaged 1.0 points per game this season for the 2023-2024 season. Now I believe they said they waived him after 2 games. That's why he's only averaged 1.0 points per game. But yeah, he only played 2 games, I believe. I mean, I think that was a rumor. I'm not sure if that was true or not, but yeah, I guess that's why he only averaged that much points. But ever since that allegation, everything just collapsed for him. And hey, sometimes if you do something wrong, your career can get ruined by that. So you need to watch out what you do. His field goal percentage was 333%. Field goal percentage. So he was still on the top with the field goal percentages. And for the 3-point percentage, he did not make a single 3-pointer. Guys, not a single 3-pointer. And, yep, only 2 games. And his rookie year, he played 50. His second year only played 4 after that nasty allegation. So he was picked up by the Clippers, but was waived 2 games later. So unfortunately, he only played 2 games back in the NBA, and now he's back to being a free agent. So I don't know if he's going to go anywhere next year. We'll have to find out. But I'm pretty sure when he comes back next year, he's probably going to not do much. Because it's kind of sad. He had his chance, and he blew his chance. And he could have still been starting him right now, and he currently could have been playing with Victor Wembanyama. But, yeah, that was the destroy of his life. Okay, but ever since that happened, they got Malachi Branham, who has been taking over. So, yeah, Branham, I believe, took your spot. So now the Spurs are a way different team this year. So point guard, we got Chris Paul. Shooting guard, Devin Vassell. You got Keldon Johnson and Zach Collins. And, of course, your boy Victor. Now, Jeremy Sohan should not be a starter this year. So we'll see what happens there. And if you want to see a video soon, go ahead and check out my D'Angelo Russell video where D'Angelo Russell's career collapsed, and watch what happened to Elfrid Payton for more videos like this. If you want to see more video like this, then go ahead and go to my playlist and you'll see everything you want. But anyways, see you in the next video. But anyways, I'm J-Dog and I'm out. Peace. And don't forget to get me to 50 subscribers. And I'm going to make What Happened to Jared Culver soon. Peace out, J-Dog fans. Woo!